You got this one before it got to the streets. What's the procedure in place now to ensure that we keep doing or nipping them in the bud before they get out?
You know, in customs operations, every little thing that happens, the best thing is just to sit down and re-strategize. This one, again, if something comes up again, definitely it will take another dimension. Maybe we have to use an MOU, if I can say out loudly, irrespective of regimentation, is customs administration to customs administration could work together. So Nigeria Customs Service at liberty as well to meet up with customs administration of Turkey and do it at another level.
So what's next for you with respect to this latest seizure? What are you going to do about it now?
Hello?
What's next for you? What's next in your process so far, now that you've already intercepted this 440 pieces of pump-action rifles? What are you going to do next? What's your next point of action?
On this item specifically?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we'll preliminary investigations, and then the higher authorities of customs will decide to hand it over so that they will continue up from there. Nigeria is blessed with so many agencies that can do a lot of good work. Definitely, they will go into it. Other security agencies will follow it up with final logical conclusion.
Do you have communication, is it destination inspection from countries that shipments are coming into Nigeria from? Does Customs tell them, listen, you need to declare some of those items, and properly too, from source?
Yeah, that is where much of the problem is. By law, there is what is called electronic manifest being sent by all ships and aircraft from the last port of call before arriving into Nigeria. That has been done, but it is all left to our citizens to declare appropriately what they really carry. And if people look at the monetary gains rather than national safety, and existence of Nigeria as one of the countries in the world that can raise its hand with price, then there will always be a problem. Yes, we have electronic manifest of every cargo coming in, but it all depends on what one declares to the shipper. Now, that is where memorandum of understanding with other customs administration across the globe that are doing trade with Nigeria, that one comes to maybe next life.
Okay, for those who are wondering about investigation, what role does Customs play? Because many say, look, we've had this kind of cases before, not even just the last one, several. But at the end of the day, they never get a briefing of where it came from, who was responsible, and why they were doing all of those. What's the role of Customs in this chain of operations in terms of investigation?
We are partners in nation security, and cross-border trade offenses are a teamwork spirit. Customs will always be available. We will do preliminary investigation and hand over to the next level. So definitely anyone can fall back on us at information, access to certain relevant, and that will be readily available.
Okay, and the next stage now will be to which agency are you handing over to after you do your own investigation? Or
that will be determined by the Comptroller General. The police, the SSS, the two can work together and get to the last level of this.
Okay, Bashir Yusuf, Customs Area Controller, Tinkan Island Port in Lagos. We appreciate your talking to us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, and so we will turn our attention to electoral matters. Some time ago, the House of Reps did hold this public hearing about amending the Electoral Act. They're all talking about three things: free, fair, credible elections. Let's signpost this with this report, and we'll delve into it in a moment.
Representatives of government agencies, civil society organizations, and other groups involved in the electoral process in the country are all gathered here in the House of Representatives. They're here for the public hearing organized by the House Committee on Electoral and Political Parties Matters on 12 proposed amendments to the Electoral Act 2010. While acknowledging that the 2015 elections was an improvement to past elections, the lawmakers say more needs to be done.
Experience has shown that good electoral system governed by an efficient and effective legal framework is an inescapable prerequisite for the conduct of free, fair, and credible election. Enthronement of good governance, which will ensure peace and stability in the polity.
Making his own remarks, the Deputy Speaker points out that democracy remains the best form of governance.
Having practiced democracy for 17 years unbroken, it's 18 years now, unbroken, I wouldn't know why some military people want to think that it is time again to come back to the governance of Nigeria. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Democracy at its worst is still the best form of government.
It is then time to hear from groups at the public hearing.
The Nigerian Bar Association also supports the inclusion of diaspora voting in the electoral process. However, the exact time and period and mechanics of its introduction and realization must be left to the electoral management body to decide.
We suggest that the amendment of the section to allow the use of any appropriate technological device in the accreditation and voting process. However, we must avoid naming the exact device in the law. As we are aware, technology keeps evolving and keeps changing.
It is very important that we have seen in this country a political party member leave his political party in the morning, in the evening he becomes a member of another political party. If you must leave your political party, it is very important that when you leave the seat in which you have advocated for right from the beginning, so that if you are that popular, then you can canvass for the population around you.
We are saying that political parties are either in terms of their positions within the party structure or list of candidates for elections must include 35% women representation.
The Independent National Electoral Commission also made a submission to the committee. Now, the Senate recently amended some sections of the Electoral Act, and it is expected that the efforts being made here will eventually help in making sure that future elections are free, fair, and credible. Lanre Lasisi, Channels Television News.